This video, I'm going to be bringing properties to you right off the multiple listing system that I believe would make a great investment. So how do you do that? You narrow your search. And if you'd like for us to send you properties right off the MLS that could make a great investment, we can create a specific search for your criteria and deliver it to you via email so you can browse these properties at your own leisure. So I'm going all active properties with no contingencies. This means there's not an active contract on the property. We're not wasting our time with properties that are already taken. So I'm going to go from 50,000 to 200,000. I could even limit that to 100,000 and to 200,000 to cut out the mess of properties that'll be on here. Already we've narrowed it from 3,200 homes down to 24. So it's pretty easy to do that. No condominiums, a certain square footage, nothing over 2,400 square feet, and so on and so on. So they're all in Shelby County and none of them have a pool. So that these are just easy ways for me to narrow my search and start looking at properties that are a possibility. So right off, we have this duplex that has been converted into a single family home. I've studied some of these properties already. It's older. It's in 38109, but heck, it's $55,000. So let's read a little about it. So this says it's an as-is sale, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, property being sold as an investment property. This is a converted duplex to a single family. Please do not disturb the resident. View property with seller accepted contract. Property is seller managed. Seller is motivated sell, but no lowball offers. Great. All right, so they're saying what title company they want to use. Now, my question first off is, how much is this thing rented for? So I would like to find that out, but at $55,000, if it's not completely, there's a four-wheeler on the front porch. Sometimes it's fun to watch all of this. But for $55,000, not a bad option right here, guys. Now, imagine if you had to spend $20,000 on it, but it rented for $950. This is actually a viable option. So first viable option on the list today, 1854 Benford Street. All right, second one, Motter Avenue. Wouldn't be surprised if this is the same seller because in the same area, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home for only $65,000. Investor special, this property sits on a corner lot and has been completely renovated, turnkey ready. Now everybody calls everything turnkey these days, right? Target rent is $900 to $950. So that's telling me that it is not yet occupied. Let's check it out and see what their definition of turnkey means. Not bad. Hey, for $65,000. Now the problem with a $65,000 home is typically a cash purchase. Not very many of our lenders want to lend as little as, let's say, 65,000 times 0.75 with 25% down, $48,000. Typical lenders in the investment space want to lend higher LTV, loan to value amounts. So it'd be a great cash purchase. This little house, looks good. Once we get into it, we'd know a lot more. Here's my argument on a $65,000 house versus a $125,000 house. They both have about the same closing cost, $5,000, $5,500 pays for the attorney, your mortgage broker, prepaid taxes and insurance, all those things. So if you can buy a $125,000 home and you have the down payment, that's why a lot of people like cheaper homes because it's a smaller down payment. You're paying about the same closing costs for an inexpensive home like this or a house that's maybe in a B-plus neighborhood. Right off the bat, this house, not the most attractive, kind of looks like a prison, my wife would say. Low sloping roof, 2 high windows with bars and awnings over it. But man, I talk about a tank of a house. So this one, 38109, let's just check out where exactly this is. But for $70,000, it's in South Memphis. So this one, I would say, would be a hard pass for me. All right, so next property on the slate here is Cambridge Station. Now, I've done several properties in this neighborhood. It is a condo, so I don't know why it's not showing up as a condo. But owner agent selling this one for $74,900. And let's see here. Zillow estimated rent is $1,244 a month, $1,500. Let's see. So I'm assuming it is not occupied since they're saying what the estimated rent would be. I think that is very high for this neighborhood. I've got 4 in this neighborhood. Actually, I have 1 for sale right now. And we didn't ask, we weren't planning on $1,244 a month at all. So I think a $950 is more of a ideal rent for this one. I don't care what Zillow says. Okay, Hyde Park, a new construction house here. This guy's trying to get you to buy houses that aren't built yet. And, schedule a call with me if you want to talk about the reasons that hasn't been working in a lot of cases. All right, little farm-looking house, tank of a house. Let's see what we can see. Looks like it's been decently renovated. $85,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 38106. A little bit rougher zip code. I believe this is going to be in South Memphis. Yeah. Not a bad investment, but hard pass for me because of the neighborhood. If it was more like $55,000, it'd be more interesting in my investment buy box. Michigan Street. We actually had this, know somebody that had that one under contract. They were going to have us manage it, and for some reason it fell out. Let's start getting into some of these. All right, so here's one, hard pass, split level. So it has subterranean square footage, meaning not a basement, but you walk in that front door, you go down a few steps, most likely into a living room, upstairs into the upstairs. For me, it's a hard pass. Anything with subterranean square footage, I do not even look at. All right, so this one, the first thing that comes to mind here is this huge tree in the front yard. That's a $7,000-8,000 tree to have removed. I don't like big trees near my property. Looks like it's tenanted, but definitely needs some work. It's in pretty good condition. At 110 on Jan Drive in 38127 with that big tree, hard pass. If it was more in this $85,000 price range, I'd be digging more into it. Okay, so now we have Kipling in 38128. This is a great little area. It's got one tree in the front yard, but it's got a good distance from the home. Doesn't look like the other trees are near the house. And at one time, this was a carport. They've converted into square footage. Anytime there's an addition to the home like that, they just took a carport, closed a few walls in, maybe ran an air duct over. I don't count that square footage as valuable as the original square footage. I've been in a lot of these homes. That's the old window looking into the carport. That probably was an air conditioning unit, and there's the door taking you into a bedroom, the makeshift bedroom. This house, as you can tell in the pictures, needs a renovation, and already I can tell you at 117, that one's a pass for me. Interesting, being sold by a hedge fund. So maybe they had a bad tenant and they're just looking to offload it. All right, Pawnee in 38109. We've got houses on Pawnee. And this says, check out this turnkey, fully renovated beauty. Everything's turnkey, right? New residents are paying $1,050 with a 12-month lease. It's got a new roof, furnace, AC, water heater, plus updated electrical and plumbing. Not bad. I do think it's the top of the mark for that little house. Good little renovation. I would cage that AC in that neighborhood. But at $122,000, hard pass for me. Hard pass just because of the way the house looks on the corner lot. I can look at a house from the exterior and know, is this something that our ideal resident is going to be attracted to? All right, so now we're looking at a house with no exterior pictures. That's always a red flag. Like, why aren't you showing exterior pictures of this house? Do we have a bunch of cars parked in the front lawn, or what's going on? Let's see exactly where this is. All right, so this is a rougher part of 38112. This is Summer Avenue, and as it comes down and dead ends into North Parkway, this northern section, is emerging, but definitely has some room to improve. Yeah, hard pass. All right, let's see what else we're getting into. Now we're up in the $150,000 price range. Tresvant Street, 38127, hard pass, just because the price. Windermere in 38128 at $146,000. Home has 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, carport, Broker does not advertise on Craigslist and will never ask you to wire money. Okay. The home is a go-in show, so it's vacant. Again, a hedge fund selling a house. Interesting. This one's worth looking into. All right, so the second option that we found in the MLS, these are all brand new listings. 4217 Windermere Drive. Let's just see what this property may rent for. So I'm going to go to Rentometer. Not the only source that I use. Let's see. I want to say 1250 is what I would need it to rent for. 3-bedroom. One or more bathrooms. Let's just make sure. Oh, it's only got one bath. So it's going to be a hard time getting that kind of rent with one bath. Yep, that'd be very. See the little meter right here? Pinned it on the red. Let's do this, though, just for. Let's see, my places. Go to Google Maps. I've loaded a lot of my properties that I have, so I can always compare against those. All right, so let's search Windermere, scroll out, and see what I've got nearby. So in the same community, I have Hobson Road. So save this one. And I have Namnee. I was out there doing an inspection yesterday. See, so 1,099 is Namnee, and rent 1,099. Yeah, so this is $1,100 rental all day long at the price they're asking, $146,900. Can't do it. Lochinvar at 38116. So this is a great little area. Southwest, kind of northeast of the airport, southwest quadrant of Memphis, northwest of the airport. 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, a little bit better. Let's check out some of these pictures. Cute little house. Okay, so somebody's done a little bit of a renovation on this one at least. Owner agent. So he is selling this from 3-bedroom, 1 bath in a quiet, established neighborhood. All right, price reduced, FHA accepted, conventional and cash, owner agent. All right, yeah, so this is one to actually look at. I'd love to know the age of the roof and some things like that. Let's see if they're giving me any of this. Personal interest disclosure. Nope, they didn't fill out a, let's see. Back. So 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, Lochinvar. Need to be around $1,350 with a $156 sales price. Yeah, this one's doing it. So say it got $1,400 a month, $156. As long as the roof and mechanicals check out and are newer, these trees aren't too close to the house. I can't tell if that limb's overhanging or not, but those are some of the things I do not like. You know, you have a newer roof and a big limb hanging over the top of it. Your insurance company doesn't like it, but I don't like it because it wears that roof out. The big trees are beautiful, but man, you know, anywhere near your property is going to cost big bucks in the future. But I'd say this is a big one to look at. 4902 Lochinvar Road, listed today in Memphis, Tennessee. Hard pass, subterranean living. So if this makes more sense, you can see that wall and the dirt. That's a bedroom or a living room behind there, and there's always musty or there's water leaking into the house, so stay away from those if at all possible. Good looking house on Lexi in 38116. I'm surprised to see a $175,000 home on Lexi, but let's see. So we're at Holmes and Elvis Presley. Okay, yeah, this is a solid area, really close to the state line down here in Mississippi. Let's see if it's rented. Excellent investment opportunity, leased through May of 2024 at $1,300 a month. Okay, 175 versus 1,300. That's not great, but it is a good area. So it's got a one or two car carport. I'm gonna say one, and a 1 car garage. Wow, good looking house. I'd like for the rents to be higher, but at $175,000, that's a fair price for that house. So if we can make this cash flow, my team will work up the pro forma for you. You know, have the inspections, go through the due diligence period. But I will say I'm still not liking that big tree. I can't tell if it's 25, 30 feet from the house or if it's 10 feet. Something we just have to find out. But 175,000, fair price, definitely not discounted. We're not looking for discounted. We're looking for base hits here. We're looking for houses that would make a great addition to your portfolio. Great street in 38118. So 3244 Gaylord. I like this already. It's a little, probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bath rancher with a 1-car carport. Mostly brick. Looks like a newer roof. It's been updated. It has some of that hardwood looking tile. Somebody's recently renovated this one, it looks like. At 175, fairly priced. Let's see. Okay, again, same hedge fund. Looks like they're offloading some of their properties. 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. If it was a 3-2, that would just be much more appealing for that price in that neighborhood. But 175, not a bad starting place. I think this is a $160,000 house all day long. All righty. A little bit newer house. We've got houses up here at Royal View. Let's see what we've got. Ah, all right. So in our rental pool, we've got one right there, Walden Street. And just for a quick look at what it would rent for, 1,400 a month on a house like this one. So 1,400 a month. They're asking 187.5. Ouch. Yeah, just priced too high. So as these houses start sitting on the market a little bit longer with rising interest rates, but you know we're selling everything we touch. Maybe they won't come down, but if this house was priced around 165, it definitely would be worth looking at. Then we have Priscilla Avenue at 38128. Again, some subterranean living. See that right there? Not bad, and you know probably doable. But look at all these trees around the property as well. All right, so that's everything that was listed today out of all 24 homes, maybe 3 possibilities. One extremely expensive, as low as 55,000. Again, this is a specific investor who understands that with lower price properties come more potential problems. Not always, but you know it has window units, doesn't have central HVAC. Little tank of a house, though. For some reason, I'm really drawn to this one. It probably would be a cash purchase and definitely would need to have some investment in it over time. And then all the way up into the $180,000 price range. If you've got questions, if you want to learn more about buying properties right off the MLS here in Memphis, Tennessee, reach out to me and my team. We're the best in the business when it comes to matching you with the right property, handling the due diligence all the way through, and making sure you know what you're buying. And then setting the right expectation moving forward with great property management, with Foundation Property Management. If you haven't heard about Foundation Property Management, oh, that's a little scary. There we go. Visit foundationpm.com. If you have properties in Memphis, Tennessee that I do not manage, let me put my hat out there and say I want to be your go-to guy in Memphis, Tennessee for all things real estate. If you've got a property you need better management options on, schedule a call with me and the team right there. And we would love to talk to you about managing your properties here in Memphis, Tennessee. Thanks. Have a great day.